My name is Himanshu Kinsara. I'm from Wincere. I'm a managing director. I look after the sales and marketing division. This is my 7th Medidata Symposium. I started basically when it used to be called AMUG or Europe eMUG. And so that's basically my association with Medidata. I mean, again, Medidata does basically a fantastic, phenomenal job to basically organize this event. And it is not just basically the content part, but the style part as well. So far, I think I enjoyed the Italy conference last year. It was fairly well organized. It was a good event. I personally enjoyed the dinner, which was basically organized at a palace, I guess. Very phenomenal, I would say. I'm here to basically learn, contribute, and network with some of the smartest people in the clinical research industry. And I basically attended mostly all the risk-based monitoring sessions, and they were very, very engaging. A lot of good participation, a lot of good spearheading by Medidata. For example, it's a company like Bayer, companies like Nestle. They're all basically venturing into RBM, and I think that's a foundation of acceleration for clinical trial. One is it basically provides the acceleration. At the same time, it also basically benefit in terms of cost and accuracy, right? I mean, that's a good foundation for success of the trial as well. The key takeaway is RBM, and I think that RBM, and there are multiple takeaways, but the key takeaway is RBM, and RBM is, I think, to me, in my opinion, it's the future of clinical trial, and I think that people should invest, it should mature, and that framework which basically should be adopted by mostly all sponsor and all trials. So I love basically coming to Medidata events and basically contribute and hang out with some of the smarter people in the industry. I actually would like to basically share a few things that we basically have started at Wincere. There are 2 initiatives that we have initiated at Wincere, and these initiatives are primarily to fuel the next level of growth for Wincere. One is we basically have done a lot of investment in terms of product development for ourselves, right? There are 2 products primarily that we're working on. One being, we call it Trial Accelerator. It's called TA Designer. It's primarily a specification collection workflow tracking application. In order to basically have more acceleration to the specification collection and tracking of that, we actually have put this app on mobile as well. So there is a mobile version to that app as well, right? And there is another initiative that we basically have started, very similar to that. TA Designer is a system which basically talks about the data intake. So specification collection is basically a foundation to clinical trial, right? The other spectrum of that is basically how do I basically see my data, which is basically the reporting aspect of it, right? That reporting aspect typically is done in multiple platforms, whether it's basically Boxy, whether it's proprietary safety system that you have. So a lot of learning in terms of multiple reporting platforms. So we've done is we actually have picked a unified clinical analytics platform which would allow to basically take the data from several disparate systems, put that into our repository, and do what we call is basically a unified way of looking at the data. So those are the things that basically Wincere has invested, and that's basically our offering to the client on top of the data services that we provide, whether it's data management, statistical programming, clinical programming, all of that stuff.